Once again, I find myself in one of those exhausting races against the clock, as the setting sun reminds me just how far I must go to get back to my vehicle. Wary and alone, I have no choice but to push onwards onto the difficult off-camber and remote 770 trail. While tenuously grasping to the frailties of the human form, what is it that drives us to embark on these missions of abominable torture? For me, it is the simple love of testing your balance, skill, and strength that the sport of hard enduro offers that I can find nowhere else in life. It's 4:30 in the morning. We're getting ready and going to Rampart. Let's do it.
Aloha everyone, Maui Vibes here. I'm happy to debut the Singletrack Report, where we bring you all the details you need to know to get out there and ride safely and have fun so you can get on trails to your ability level and push them as much as you want. This show is a presentation to detail the vast, incredible landscapes of Colorado, the rich, detailed history, and the many, many biomes that encompass this beautiful state. Today we're going to be riding in one of my favorite places, Rampart Range. Rampart Range is located in between Colorado Springs and Denver. You can get there from the Garden of the Gods or from Woodland Park, and it goes all the way to Sedalia, about 50 miles of off-road heaven. So this place, just absolutely stunning place to ride. Right now I'm on about a 40-mile loop. We're doing the 770 trail. It is a black diamond trail. I would not recommend doing this alone unless you are very experienced and you have the right equipment. I've got satellite SOS, I've got water, I've got jackets, my family knows where I am, so pretty comfortable out here doing my thing, and just got to keep the rubber on the dirt.
But first, back to where it all began. We're gonna get ready for a big day of riding. It's gonna be super sick, riding out to Rampart Range. But first, we gotta get ready in the right kind of way. Here we have the small town of Sedalia, Nestled along Plum Creek and along the foothills of the Pike National Forest, this area was originally named Plum, or some would call it Plum Station, and was later renamed Sedalia in 1882 to honor the town's postman and his hometown of Sedalia, Missouri. If you're in the area, make sure to stop in for one of Denver's best burgers at the infamous Bud's Cafe and Bar. These are some seriously delicious representations of the true American classic. Nothing too fancy, just well-cooked, well-seasoned, and well-served perfect juicy burgers at the right price. Just make sure and bring cash, because at Bud's, they are old school and not particularly fans of plastic rectangles. Sedalia is home to about 200 Coloradans and isn't much more than a railroad crossing, gun shop, a couple gas stations, and a bar. But honestly, what more do you really need in life? How's it going, everybody? Now, when you get off-road, even if it's an easy trail, it's always a good idea to lower your tire pressure. Now today, I'm not going to be going on some super difficult stuff, but I do want to have a nice comfortable ride, get a little bit more grip, so I'm going to take these down from 35, which is where I ride on the highway, down to about 20, and that should do it good. So, let's get it. Alright, we got everything down to about 20. Should be nice and comfy on the trail. The Pike National Forest is one of 11 such areas in Colorado, and one of 154 national forests within the United States of America. Established in the early 1900s, Pike National Forest was originally 3 nature reserves that were joined together to form the Pike National Forest. The South Platte Forest Reserve, the Pikes Peak Timberland Reserve, and the South Platte Forest Reserve. Not surprisingly, it was the destruction of forest by cattle and loggers that sparked Congress to revise a set of land laws in 1891 that would allow the president to set aside massive swaths of land to be preserved for generations to come. All right, aloha, man. Feeling the stoke, feeling that stoke. Gonna get ready, freaking rip these trails, all right? See you guys out there. Hey everybody, just starting today on trail 679. Not waste any time. ponderosa pines and aspens dominate the magnificent woods that encompass most of Rampart Range. These hardy pine trees feel most at home from around 5,000 to 9,000 feet. As the Colorado summers continue to get drier and hotter, one might wonder if such trees will still be able to continue to survive at their lower elevation thresholds in the coming decades. Having survived thousands of years, these forests are now in constant threat from climate change, pollution, drought, ravenous pine beetles, private landowners, and fires started by man. My interpretation is this: if you cannot take care of the relationship with your home, you better start looking for another one. Only problem, last I checked, we still have not even gotten to Mars. So, in complete sincerity, I would digress. The symbiosis in which we share with our planet is essential in human evolution.
Now, part of what we're doing out here is making sure we keep places like this open. Now, is the government going to pay for people to come out and pick up trash? Probably not. I got other priorities. So it's up to people like you and me. When we go to these places we love, you see stuff like this, throw that shit away. Take it back home, recycle it.
The optional sections on these trails are what makes this place so fun for a veteran of the sport. There is nothing like riding through the aspens in October. Golden dollar coins flood my field of vision with fall's breath looming all around me. This sport, it's more than just owning a bike. It's a lifestyle. A commitment to the reckless. And a salute to freedom. It can take us to the highest peaks, and in an instant remind us just how inescapably human we are. It was at this point in the day that I realized that I wasn't going to make it back to my vehicle before dark. Pondering my next course of action, I decided it was best to cut out one of the 5 sections of single track that make up the 770 trail, and make up some ground on the 677 quad trail. This soft, flowy trail is full of whoops, bank turns, and breakneck pace. This was my first outing with my GoPro Hero 9, and I'm extremely impressed. Not only is the craftsmanship and the picture quality incredible, but the features are deep, and the camera mode's fairly professional. The image stabilization that the folks at GoPro have achieved here is stunning. It is comparable to riding with a gimbal chest harness. I did try riding with the media mod on this day to obtain a better audio quality, and I definitely noticed a difference from my older GoPro with no media mod. All these shots were taken at 4K, 60 frames per second, and rendered in post to 24 frames per second. I shot the camera in flat mode, and as you can see, the color grading came out quite nicely. I'm completely new to the whole process of color grading, but with the help of YouTube and PowerDirector 365, I found it fairly easy to grasp.
Nothing like saving a little gas. Shut off your engine and just enjoy the sound of your chain and the tires. It's like a mountain bike, 12-inch suspension, 4-inch tires. 250 pounds of stability and momentum. So fun. The brakes might get a little warm, but who cares? Cheap. Experiences are priceless. Get out there and ride, folks. Season is never over in Colorado. See how far we can make it down this. Start turning my engine on. I was going to do the entire 770 loop today, but as I got about halfway point, I realized it'll be 7 o'clock by the time I got back to the car, and I don't have a light on my bike. I want to enjoy the sunset with my new drone, so this is it. What's up, guys? Just got back to the truck, absolutely exhausted. That was so much fun. My God. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Got to see, a little bit of what it's about out here at Rampart. Definitely not for the faint of heart, not for somebody that's afraid of a little off-camber riding. So I'm gonna basically get out of these sweaty clothes, fire up the barbecue, and chill. And I do have to drive home, so it's non-alcoholic for me. Whew, that is so good. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Peace out. This is Maui Vibes, the Singletrack Report, saying pick up that litter out there, stay safe, keep on riding. Rap.
To conclude, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give the 770 trail a 6 to 8 for difficulty, depending on the line you take. As for flow, I would have to give this an 8. This place is really smooth. A lot of Colorado can be extremely rocky, so it is such a joy to ride somewhere that is not so jarring. And when you do come across rocky sections in Rampart, it tends to be fun, slick rock faces that are an absolute blast to ride. And lastly, we have scenery. And as you can tell, wow, what a place. I would have to give this place an 8 for scenery as well. I hope you all enjoyed this presentation of the Singletrack Report. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps this channel out, and I appreciate it. This is Maui Vibes, signing out and reminding you to pick up that trash and ride with your families. Families that play together, stay together.